We are back at our nation's capital for the fourth and final quarterfinal of the 2026 Air Force Reserve CAA Men's Basketball Championship. Tonight from Care First Arena, we punch a ticket to the fourth and final semifinal spot. Third seeded Hofstra set to go head-to-head with a sixth seed William and Mary. What should be a very exciting game to wrap up the quarterfinals. And welcome back to Care First. Dave Ryan alongside of Coach Mac McCarthy. And by Griffin De La Pena throughout our stream as well. Coach, this should be a fun game to watch. We know that the Tribe is the fastest paced team with the analytics in the nation. About 13 seconds, they get a shot off. Hofstra's got the two best guards in the league.
Yeah, makes for a great combination, and we've already had a lot of surprises here this afternoon. So who knows what's going to happen this evening, but we do know points will be scored.
Last time these teams met, Killian Brockhoff from William & Mary and from Germany went bananas from three, hit 8 triples, part of a Tribe win.
Yeah, he was so good. He got it going inside, but he did his damage from the outside with 8 threes in 15 attempts, and it seemed like he was open all night long in the William & Mary victory. He caught it in the corner, he caught it in transition, he caught it at the end of the shot clock, but everything he caught, he knocked down from beyond the arc.
8 threes, Coach, the most hit in a game all year in the CAA.
And career high 28. And then on the other end, what a player we have. Cruz Davis, the junior, the transfer from St. John's, CAA Player of the Year. Great kid, great student, outstanding player, and he can absolutely take over a game. Whether he's shooting it, driving it, or dishing it off to a bunch of talented teammates, Cruz Davis is fun to watch.
Tops in the CAA, 20 points per game. 14th in the nation, Cruz Davis. He and fellow guard Preston Edby, the Rookie of the Year in the Coastal. Fantastic players for Hofstra. Coming back, we'll have the lineups and tip of the last quarterfinal of the day and night here in D.C.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at CU1.com.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals.
Come on, Vincent.
But mostly for her son.
You got this. Woo! Hey.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
CAA Commissioner Joe D'Antonio honoring Preston Edby, Rookie of the Year. And in a moment, Cruz Davis will get his trophy for Player of the Year and Scholar Athlete of the Year. He's got a couple to add to the trophy case, Mac, as we check the bracket. Monmouth, first time ever. Campbell, first time ever, into the semifinals of the Coastal Tournament. Towson tattoos Charleston, blew the doors off of the second-seeded Cougars, and the last semifinal spot on the line here tonight between the Tribe and Pride.
3 really good stories and a 4th one being ready to be written right here tonight.
5th straight year Towson to the semifinals. Will this be the year Pat Scarry and the Tigers advance to the championship game for the first time in program history? All right, award presentation over for now. We check your Credit Union One keys to success, Matt.
William & Mary does a lot of switching. They've got to communicate on defense because Hofstra has some outstanding players like those 2 guards, Ed Mead and Cruz. And on offense, they got to find the hot hand. Last night it was Wahlberg for Sassi. Who knows who it'll be tonight? Hofstra, on the other hand, transition D is going to be critical. We've talked about how fast William & Mary gets the ball down the floor, and they really need to dictate the tempo, and you do that by getting back and by running in the half-court offense what you want, getting the shot that you want at the pace you want.
This should be a fantastic matchup. Checking the lineup For Brian Earl's team, Kate Haskins, Chase Lowe, 4-year player, the Ehlers Award winner this year for sportsmanship in the Coastal. Kyle Pulliam, Killian Brockhoff, we talked about his huge game when they met at Kaplan Arena in Williamsburg, 8 threes. And Tunde Valberg-Pasasi from Sweden was awesome last night in the opening round win for William & Mary, head-to-head with Elon, a convincing win for the Tribe. Second and final matchup between these two in the Coastal. Valberg-Pasasi, 25 points last night against Elon. That tied his career high set earlier this year in the non-con against Old Dominion. Brockhoff introduced here at Care First Arena. Transfer from SLU. 8 threes where they met last time. 41 for the season for Killian Brockhoff.
The Hofstra plays two bigs a lot. On one hand, it's an advantage on the offensive end. Defensively, it's a little tough because William & Mary spreads that floor and often have 5 players outside the three-point arc.
Well, how in the world, if you're Brian Earl, do you stop the 2-star guards for Hofstra? That's the big theme of the night. Ed Mead Rookie of the Year. First at Hofstra since 08. Charles Jenkins was CAA Rookie of the Year. The first time ever in Coastal history that one program has had both Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year in the same season in Ed Mead and Cruz Davis.
And they're in the same backcourt, and it's going to cause a lot. That's why I said William & Mary must communicate on defense, because these are not only shooters, they are scorers. They score at all 3 levels. It's going to take a great defensive effort from William & Mary.
Ed Mead coach plays 33 minutes a game. That's nothing compared to Cruz Davis. He plays 39.2 minutes a game. That's top of the CAA. That's 3rd in the nation. Ed Mead Davis, guard you again. In guards we trust. The guard father, Speedy Claxton, the head coach. Plotnikov from Belarus can really let it up from 3. Sunday from Ireland's a big factor down low. And the X factor all year long has been Josh Takady, the sophomore member of the all-defensive team in the CAA this year.
Yeah, and when he was out during a stretch, they had a 5-game losing streak. Takady was out a little bit. Patterson missed a game. Plotnikov missed a game. And after that, they haven't lost but one time, and that was a close loss, a 4-pointer to UNCW.
That was on the road on CBS Sports Network. Hofstra finished the year out, 4 straight wins. They've won this event in this building back in 2020. 4 straight wins for the Tribe, the 6th seed entering play here tonight.
Yeah, Speedy Claxton had all those names for the Hofstra guard legacy. And, of course, he started the whole thing at Hofstra.
Amazing. Considered by many to be the greatest player in Hofstra history. Tough to argue that. His jersey is retired at the Mackey Center in Hempstead. Not common to see the head coach of a team have his jersey up there as one of the best players in program history. Pretty cool.
And more important than that, he's got his own table with a brass plaque at Vincent's Clam Bar.
I have yet to go to Vincent's. Next time I'm up on the island, it's a sure thing.
Oh.
Ready to go. Clarence Armstrong, Mark Schnur, Jamel Spearman, on-court officiating crew here tonight. 4th and final quarterfinal. Who will join Campbell, Monmouth, and Towson in tomorrow night's semifinals? They begin at 6 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Here we go. Hofstra home whites as a higher seed. Valberg-Pasasi battle for William & Mary in the visiting greens here. Early tie-up, early physical play between 2 international players. It gets a little rough. We're only 5 seconds in. Valberg-Pasasi and Plotnikov exchange a little anger. And Plotnikov being backed off by Clarence Armstrong, one of our officials.
And we had a jump ball, but nobody got possession, so I'm not sure how this will be adjudicated. We'll just re-jump it.
I think we're going to re-jump it, Coach. Wow, okay. Well, the Hofstra bench actually likes the intensity from Truman Plotnikov to begin the game here. Interesting start.
I did not have this on my bingo card, to use the cliche.
Well, no one could have predicted what Towson did to Charleston. Hammered the Cougars into oblivion in our first nighttime session quarter. Here we go, possession for Ed Mead and Hofstra. Rookie of the Year from Long Island. From Deer Park, about 45 minutes from the campus. Used to go to games and as a kid, middle schooler, went to the Hofstra Basketball camps. Cruz Davis, transfer, Iona, St. John's, followed Rick Pitino, 2 spots. Ed Mead, 3 to shoot, floats. Short this time. Rebound for Lowe, who just played a monster game last night in the opening round win over Elon, was everywhere, especially coach on defense.
Does a little bit of everything. Guards, penetrates, rebounds the basketball.
Valberg Fasasi around Sunday. One more pass, Pulliam up top. Baseline, lefty jumper, front iron miss. Good box out for Sunday. And the big man from Ireland has the rebound.
Yeah, and we talk about the guards all the time, but Hofstra is a really, really good defensive team. Number 1 in the CAA in points allowed.
That's with the great guards who score a lot, like this guy. Ed Mead, Rookie of the Week in the CAA 7 times this year. Here's DeCady. That's one shy of a coastal record for a single season. Plotnikov up top, think and 3, drains it.
He's the veteran. Been at Hofstra forever.
3 years, and that feels like forever in today's
It is
college basketball.
in this day and age.
6 threes in a game against Charleston on the road. And a big stretch for Hofstra late regular season. Valberg Fasasi, too strong. Davis, weak side rebound. Here's the run out for Cruz Davis.
Valberg Fasasi got off to that great start last night. And speaking of great starts,
Plotnikov's got a couple.
Plotnikov.
2 for 2 from deep. Great start for the foreign import from Belarus. Pass down low. Pulliam spins and scores. Tough angle. Got it off the glass and in.
Yeah, again, created by the penetration of Chase Lowe.
22 minutes against Elon for Pulliam last night. Only 1 bucket. Did have 3 assists. Was very effective defensively. Tribe is disruptive on defense, creating the offense, but you can't stop that guy unless you get a hand in his face. Davis for 3.
Yeah, Brockhoff, I'm not sure what he was thinking on that one. He had switched off, but didn't get a hand up in time.
Valberg Fasasi can't click from deep. Back iron miss. Sunday the rebound.
We married press, though, even press on a miss like that.
Here's NB thinking 3 over Brockhoff. That's short this time. Track down rebound Sunday and passes to us. We got it. It's out of bounds.
Good hands.
We'll get an assist on that. Brian Earl, year 2, former head coach at Cornell. He loves the fast-paced offense that his tribe offers. We talked to him today, you and I on the phone, about the buy-in from so many players. I mean, Reese Miller is their best offensive player on the court now, along with Jared Jones off the bench. They use a lot of guys.
Yeah, leading scorer. That he comes off the bench is not a surprise.
So does Joel Emanuel. Handles here for Miller. JC transfer from Texas.
But like you pointed out last night, they have had 9 different players be their leading scorer this
Amazing.
year.
That's the most in the CAA this year. Here's Miller, had a block, Plotnikov, and some contact. And Reese Miller, a really good free throw shooter. JC transfer from Blinn College in Texas, shoots 2. Speedy Claxton, year 5, 102 wins for the Guardfather, as he's known on Long Island. He told us today, we really can't key on one guy. We've got to defeat the system of William & Mary and their fast-paced offense. With the analytics, about 13 seconds per possession. That's the quickest team in the nation. So he's got to try to defeat that system, Mac, but it won't be easy.
No, it won't be. And it isn't like Hofstra doesn't play fairly up-tempo, but this will be a night they do want to control the tempo. They'll take the fast breaks when they get it, but once they get in the half court, they will not mind using a little bit of clock.
Ed Mead, Speedy Claxton has told us, one of the hardest workers he's ever been around, and he has coached some incredible guards. For the last 5 years, Hofstra has won Player of the Year on the guard position. Up, and away for the dunk attempt. And a foul called. Victory on Owetu from Spain shoots.
Owetu picked up the foul on the other end, got loose, had a chance to slam it down, but the contest.
Fifth in the CAA in rebounding. Victory on Owetu. About 7+ boards a game. Has 1 more free throw.
Owetu and Sunday have kind of shared that center position. They both give you a little bit of a different look, but they're both very good players.
Second free throw way short, and Speedy Claxton told us today because William & Mary moves so fast and they will go off 5 out, very rarely a true post. That they were really hard to defend the first time through. Here's Joel Emanuel, case in point, to the basket. Somehow that goes in. There's contact as well on a wild-looking shot that got deflected right into the hoop.
We talked about this last night. Emmanuel has been so good in the last 5 or 6 games, and most of it is because he's so aggressive, attacking the rim, aggressive on the defensive end, and you don't get much more aggressive than that. You get fouled, then play through more contact, and get the ball in the basket.
Onowetu blocked it into the basket, and the officials will take a look here.
They were just figuring out which player to call the foul on.
Katie is whistled for the foul. And Speedy Claxton gets an explanation from our crew here tonight.
Yeah,
one for Emmanuel.
Katie kind of got him on the drive right at the beginning of that shot.
3-point play. Joel Emanuel, transfer from FDU.
William & Mary gives you a bunch of different looks, man-to-man, zone. Sometimes it'll just be soft pressure. Then sometimes they'll run and jump. Occasionally they'll trap.
Bunch of looks from a bunch of guys, Mac.
Yeah, bunch of looks
so
from
many
a bunch
dudes.
of guys. And of course, Hofstra's kind of built for that because they've got 2 great guards to handle the ball.
Onowetu very physical, top of the key. No call. Here's Davis, 5 to shoot. Cruz Davis, step back, lefty 3. Got it! 2 threes for Davis to begin the game here tonight.
Range just backed up. Couldn't back the defender off, said, I'll just back up and do it from here.
He's played the entire game 19 times this year. How about that shot? Valberg Fasasi got hit, no call, does hit it on a circus shot for the native of Sweden.
There was a time in December he was averaging more than 40 minutes a game because they had played some overtime.
Some overtime games. How about that? We asked Speedy Claxton about that this year. He said, well, he knows how to rest on days off.
Yeah.
Doesn't push himself physically too hard. And man, has that formula worked for Hofstra this year. It gets physical, top of the key. Knocked down J.R. Jones by Victory Onowetu on the illegal screen. And we've got a timeout in D.C.
Out front, best player in the league, you better get a hand up because Cruz Davis will make you pay.
Make you pay. I like it. Good line. Okay, dude.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at cu1.com.
At UNCW's Cameron School of Business, we're all about action and experience. From applied learning opportunities to our study abroad programs, you'll get unique experiences that set you apart. Our distinguished Cameron Executive Network will mentor and prepare you for ultimate career success. Classes are taught by scholars and leading industry experts, ensuring you get the knowledge that truly matters. Visit us at csb.uncw.edu.
The Air Force Reserve CAA Men's Basketball Championship is brought to you by Air Force Reserve. Stay local, serve global in the Air Force Reserve. Visit airforce.com. And by UNCW Cameron School of Business, providing students with the business education they need to succeed. Visit uncw.edu/CSB. Let's go to Griffin.
Thank you, guys. Let's talk a little bit more about Cruz Davis and his timeline to get to this point to be the CAA Player of the Year. originally recruited by Rick Pitino to go to nearby Iona. And after winning a MAC championship, Rick Pitino goes to St. John's. He goes to the Red Storm for 1 year, but after that season, had a heart-to-heart saying that this is not going to work for either party. How about you go back to a different school like Hofstra, where he had 14 points and then 20 points this past year, also being one of the best passers in the league, really taking his game to the next level.
Yeah, thanks for that. No question, Griffin. We had a good chat this year with Speedy Claxton about the great play of Cruz Davis. He says, I learned so much. Nice rotation I'd steal from Davis, from Rick Pitino. A championship mentality, how he just hates to lose. That helped him in terms of his build-up. But he wasn't playing a lot at either Iona or St. John's. Was not a big factor. Was good last year at Hofstra. He's been great this year.
Yeah, he has just kept getting better. He's been good since the moment he stepped on campus.
Katie trying to get going here. 6 to shoot. Miller all over him. Joshua to Katie, baseline, drives and scores.
Oh, that's almost a perfect possession. Take the entire clock and get 2 points. Speedy Claxton will be very happy with that.
All CAA defensive team member this year, doing it offensively there. Miller trying to get it to Brockhoff. Good rotation by Silas Sunday. And back-to-back really good half-court defensive efforts for Hofstra. Plotnikoff open in the corner. Not this time. Sunday kept it alive. Bounced around off the hand of DeCady and out of bounds.
Yeah, you're William and Mary. We've been talking about threes, fast-paced. They're 0 for just 1. They've only got 1 3 off. Meanwhile, Hofstra 4 for the first 5, 4 for the first 6 now that Plotnikoff finally missed one.
4 of 5 field goals. Hofstra from beyond the arc to begin the game here. A great start for the Pride. Trying for the semis. Won this tournament with Joe Mihalik back in 2020, COVID year. Did not get to participate in the NCAA tournament. Won in this building, beat Northeastern for the championship.
And of course the COVID year, they probably would have been there. Sunday did a nice job there, switching off on low and then having the kick violation, but he was in a vulnerable situation. And there was an open post player, but Sunday did a good job of pressuring the basketball.
Here's Loeb, not a threat to shoot, but does so many other good things. Pass to Finn Lally. Jones deep, hits a 3.
J.R. Jones, since he has come back, he has made a very positive impact for Brian Earl and the Tribe.
He had 4 steals against Elon last night. The team had 13 thefts against the Phoenix. Most ever for a William & Mary team in a CAA tournament game.
#1 in the CAA.
They need that effort tonight. Plotnikoff, quick trigger. Too strong. Jones the rebound. Several transfer stops for him. JC, 2 Division II schools. Lally free, that's way off the mark. So bad it went to Pulliam directly. Did not hit the rim. Here's Lowe for 2.
All these shooters, Lowe says, there's still some value in getting to the rim.
Winner of the Ehlers Leadership Award for integrity and sportsmanship. Chase Lowe. Brian Earl calls him a throwback. 4-year player, 1 program. It's rare these days.
Some incredible young men on the floor tonight in the CAA tournament.
10 to shoot. Here's Davis. Low all over him. Step back. It's a 2. Rattles out. Everything would go down for him. Jackson up high for the rebound. Is fouled in the paint.
Or travel.
Travel is called coming down. I thought it was a foul with all that contact.
So did Brian Earl.
Is apoplectic on the Tribe sideline. Robert Fasasi back in the court for Brian Earl. Had 5 threes last night against Elon, tying a career best. 25 points also tied his career high. Davis can hit that shot. Short this time. Follow up and into Katie. Wow. And the N1 for Josh DeCady. That was a strong offensive rebound and stick back.
Yeah, we talk about it, how good he is on defense, but he's an active offensive player too. Runs to the offensive glass, runs the floor well. Here's the shot. Watch how far DeCady has to go to get that basketball. Puts it in through the contact and gets to go to the free throw line. where he shoots about 60%.
Can't click free throw rebound pulled down by Biggie Patterson off the Hofstra bench. Here's first minutes here for Speedy Claxton. Davis strikes to the basket again, lays it in with a left.
CAA Player of the Year.
Can you say MVP? That looked like it there, didn't it? Low flips it up, wild shot is fouled. Patterson picks it up.
Davis beats his man. You've got to go out there and pressure him. But he's so aware of where everybody is and where the threat to block the shot could come from. Really nice play.
A good chat this year with Chase Lowe about why he stayed. It's a really good program there academically. He's got his degree, public policy. He's got a state planning job already lined up. Might pursue pro ball, but thinks he's going to work full time. Love the fit. The academic degree was really important for him. And a chance to get the Tribe to their first ever NCAA tournament. A lot of reasons to stay. And Brian Earl rewarded by Lowe's loyalty with a huge season.
Yeah, and he's kind of an odd fit for this style of play because he's not a great three-point shooter, but he does so many other things well. And, of course, his leadership ability is incredibly valuable.
Senior from Weddington, North Carolina, outside Charlotte. He's been a big factor his whole career in Williamsburg. And Katie, 15 to shoot. Speedy Claxton told us today this is going to be a half-court game for us. We're not running with William & Mary at all. We don't want to. But Katie, some contact on the baseline leads us to a media timeout. One possession game in D.C. Fourth and final quarterfinal of the day and night. One semifinal spot available. Who gets it? The Tribe or Pride? We find out this evening. A CAA champion will be crowned in the Capitol. 13-team tournament, marking its sixth season at Care First Arena, formerly known as the Entertainment and Sports Arena. Been here since 2022. Started in 2020 when Hofstra did win for Joe Mahalik. This great facility here in Washington, D.C. 1916 game. Tribe coach hitting 4 of the last 5, trying to keep up with Ed Mead and Davis.
Yeah, Ed Mead's had a little trouble with the size of William & Mary. They don't have the big centers, but they can always put 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" guys on the floor, and usually have 5 of them in that size range out there.
Ed Mead 0 for 2. It's his only three-point attempt to begin the game here tonight. The Katy double team.
Nobody with a real advantage. The only advantage is Hofstra a little bit on the backboard, and they made those 4 threes to just 1 for William & Mary. Of course, William & Mary's made up for some of that by getting to the free throw line 5 for 5.
Edby challenged over Haskins, is fouled. And the rookie of the year in the conference shoots 3 free throws.
I mean, it's usually a freshman will have trouble making decisions. They can score, they can guard you a little bit, but their decision making is a little suspect sometimes. But this guy knows how to play, when to shoot the basketball, how to get his shot off, and it's easy to see why Speedy Claxton is so excited about this young man's future.
25 double-figure scoring games for Ed Mead, first point of the night for him.
Is that consistent?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
4th Hofstra player to win CAA Rookie of the Year honors. 11 freshman nationally, 15 points, 4 assists per game. He's been awesome. 16.5 points per game in coastal play for a freshman. 1 more free throw.
A lot of good guards in this league, but I think consensus-wise, this is pretty well the best backcourt in the league, according to almost everybody. And that includes a lot of good guards.
That's right. Big family basketball-wise coach for Ed Mead. Dad played in college ball. 2 older brothers, Aaron at Wagner and North Carolina A&T. Malik played at Merrimack and Albany. So Ed Mead was a little brother. Got beat up a lot in those 2-on-1 games.
He was paying attention, though.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Coach Claxton told us this year about Preston Ed Mead. An amazing story. Brockoff. Passes to nobody. Good defense. Very solid half court again for Hofstra. Coach, I'm impressed with the Pride defense here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're the #1 scoring defense in the league, despite playing, fairly up-tempo, although up-tempo is a relative term when you're playing William & Mary. But that was a nice job. They were switching and really communicating on the backside. And the player thought he was going to go backdoor through the pass. Brockoff, I guess, threw the pass out of bounds.
No fast break points for the Tribe yet. And that's what Coach Claxton told us today. Pre-game chat with him. We want to keep this a slow-paced game. Use the shot clock when we can. Avoid fast break basketball. Pass fire to the wing. Missed by Aaron Reeves. And some contact and a whistle on the baseline. Foul call.
Reeves, a grad transfer, can really shoot the ball. We've got several jump shooters come off the bench. Jaden Roberts, A.J. Willis. Joshua Reeves has been getting the most time lately.
Hockey line change again. 3 new players on the court for the Tribe.
I love watching that.
Multiple subs. Lots of guys see court time.
Way back in the old days, Dean Smith did a thing called the Big Blue Team, and he'd put 5 in, and they'd go in and play hard for a few minutes, and then the starters would go back in. But this is a consistent pattern for Coach Earl, and he has sold this team on it, and they clearly are executing his plan really well.
Brockoff, a moment ago, picked up his first foul. Here's Ed Mead. Albert Fasasiel over him in the corner. A freshman, about 175 pounds. Coach Claxton tells us he doesn't eat much, doesn't eat a lot of meat, and needs to be in that weight room a bit more, but man, has he been awesome offensively this year. Tries again from 3. The freshman, too strong. Sunday kept it alive. Bounces to Miller. Reese Miller thought about a 3. Goes by Patterson. Lays it in.
Yeah, you got to come running at Miller. He's such a good outside shooter, but he's good at shot faking and getting all the way to the rim, or, like we talked about yesterday, loves the little floater.
Last 10 games for him entering the CAA tournament. 15 points a game for Reese Miller. Super sub for Brian Earl. Claxton fires Sunday. Right low block, 10 to shoot. 7-footer. Rotation for Patterson, thinking 3. Way off. Rebound for Jackson.
Patterson, another DMV guy, right down the road in Richmond, Virginia.
Miller's 3 rattles out. Tribe 1-3 so far. 1 for 4 from deep.
Hofstra's defense has been very good. He's really disrupted what and it's hard to take William & Mary out of their offense because they just react to the defense, but they're having a little bit of a struggle.
Davis kick out. Joshua Aaron Reeves, free for three, buries it. And a transfer from Mount St. Mary's and UIC in the Missouri Valley Conference.
That's why he's in there. It's his 12th three of the year. He has a very specific role. I would love that role, wouldn't you?
Get in there and shoot it. Paulberg Fasasi trying to catch up with that, was held. That's out of bounds. Miller out, Pulliam returns. Ryan Earl employed this fast-paced havoc, as Shaka Smart used to call it right at VCU in the great days in the A-10. When he was at Cornell.
Yeah, he said he hadn't come up with a name. It was up to us to figure out.
We asked him that today on the phone, like, what do you want to call this? Got to work on that.
Yeah, we do.
He said, I'll leave that media stuff to you guys. Lally out of New Zealand. Kyle Pulliam, he'll drive. Here's Lally for two.
Nice play again. Penetration, known for shooting the three, but they do a lot of getting to the rim, either off the dribble or off the backdoor cuts.
Tribe 6 for its last 8 here, coach. After a slow start, a really good Hofstra half-court offense. Sun in a touch up top. Patterson spins and scores.
How about that pass? Biggie Patterson's had some big games, 16-9 against Drexel.
Cut Valberg for Sassi, it's kicked.
Late in the season. Last regular season game, they had 19.
Only 3 points for Red Mead tonight. Just all 4 with shots. With the 3 free throws, that's been it. Offensively, Lally can't find it. And it's turned over on the baseline right back to Hofstra.
Yeah, and that was Joshua Reeves battling in the post, bodying up against the bigger Lally.
Well, Speedy Claxton told us the most proud of any player he's been is Joshua Aaron Reeves, who's done a lot of things you talked about. Good role player for Hofstra. You have 2 superstars. You got to have a good supporting cast as well to win games. Davis, the blow by, the jump stop, lost it out of bounds on the baseline, leading us to a timeout. 7-point game, Hofstra in front throughout the first half here, Matt.
Yeah, a big part of the William & Mary offense is penetration, either on the back cut or penetration and a cut to the basket, but you've got to be moving without the basketball like Lally did right there.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at cu1.com.
We are the official host for the nation's capital. We are all things sports. From captivating culinary to celebrating legends and so much more. We are Events DC.
Let's go bigger, I'm that killer. Coming in hot, make you jump like a thriller.
World-class people delivering world-class events. Events DC.
Unlock your career potential with the Cameron School of Business at UNCW. Our flexible graduate programs offer rolling admissions, applied learning opportunities, and tailored career support. Whether you're interested in our master's program in business analytics, finance, supply chain management, accountancy, computer science and information systems, or our highly regarded MBA program, we have the right degree for you. Apply today.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, In or out of uniform, how many moments can you give?
Drivers hit 6 of his last 8, 27-20 game here, first half, final quarterfinal. Back to Griffin with more on Chase Lowe.
Dean Ayler's Leadership Award. You have to be a very impressive individual with a whole lot of extracurriculars, and Lowe certainly fits that mold. He is a regular in the Williamsburg area, donating and spending a lot of time at local food drives. He reads at local elementary schools, also gives guitar lessons in his free time. He also plays in a band. He is a very impressive young man, and like you mentioned earlier today, Dave, he already has a job lined up after his playing days are over.
And very deserving of the Ehlers Award for leadership, integrity, and sportsmanship. Griffin, thanks for that. Really wanted to come back, he told us this year, for one more crack at the NCAA tournament to make history in Williamsburg. Davis to the basket for 2.
Yeah, again, getting to the rim. William Mary shooting almost 60%. Hofstra less than 50, but the Tribe has turned it over 5 times, and Hofstra has 5 offensive rebounds, so that's 10 extra possessions for Speedy Claxton.
Exactly what he wants, Coach. Low the lay-in. So back-to-back rim runs here for the Tribe and Pride. Davis, screen from DeCady, triple team. 3 Tribe players all around him. Reeves thinking 3. Rattles out. Jackson the rebound.
Nice skip pass, good open look. Well, here comes William Mary in a hurry.
Jones the fake. 2-time All-American Division II level. He's flourished in this William Mary system. Fast-paced. Jones on cue. Blocked to Katie. Some Tribe fans thought that was interfered with. No whistle, we play on. Edme, tough shot. Knocked up to Katie. Comes into the hands of Biggie Patterson. He and Pulliam collide with some heavy contact at the top of the key.
Hofstra did a nice job of keeping that ball alive. Somebody tipped it out. It was a back cut layup. And again,
really close.
Bang bang plays.
It was close.
They may look at this. No? They were just checking on the clock.
Pull him out. Rock off in. Speedy Claxton told us, look, in the scout leading up to that game at Kaplan Arena in Williamsburg, we didn't think Brockoff could hit threes.
Yeah.
So we played off him. He hit 8 threes. Has not been a factor tonight, though.
Yeah. He shoots 33%, but a lot of that's based on the 8 that he made that night.
Hasn't attempted a shot tonight. 2 or a 3. Had made under 10 to shoot. Preston Edme floats through paint. The paint can't get that to drop. Reese follows. It's also off the mark. And the rebound tracked down by Miller.
Hofstra doing a nice job on the offensive glass. Didn't pay off that time.
Lowe does not want this to be his last game in Williamsburg. Valberg Fasasi for 3.
There's the Valberg Fasasi we saw last night.
Had 5 threes in the game last night. He's got 80 assists as well this year. Second on the team to Chase Lowe's 118 entering play tonight. A really good facilitator and two-way player for Brian Earl.
Yeah, when you describe a lot of the William Mary players, it's not a position. Wow, that's a position. Player of the year.
For 3, for sure, Coach. He's got 3 triples in the first half. If he's open, it's going in. I mean, you give him that much space. And Brockoff not on the same page. Valberg Fasasi throwing it right into the Hofstra bench and turning it over.
And created by good defense by Joshua Reeves.
Well, Speedy Claxton told us today, if we defend well in the half court, we've got a great shot to win this game. They've been awesome in my mind, Coach, in their half court defense.
They've done exactly what they needed to in the half court defense. They've run William & Mary off the three-point line and then defended shots in the lane.
Tribe just 2 for 5 from 3. Beginning the game here tonight. They had about 8.3 threes a game entering this quarterfinal matchup. They have surprises here at First Care First Arena. Campbell beat UNCW, defending champ. Davis again, smooth as silk, has got that jumper. 15 points in the first half. Towson demolished Charleston in the last quarterfinal. Monmouth through to the semis. Fallberg Fasasi over to Katie. It was a contested three, buries it.
Impressive plays on both ends.
Man.
Davis with the mid-range, Fallberg, Fasasi like he did last night. And again, the William Mary players, the point I was making before was many of them don't have a position. They're not a forward, a center, or a shooting guard. They're basketball players.
Davis, three from Sunday, hits another one, Coach.
Speaking of fun,
is awesome. 18 for Cruz Davis, 4 threes first half. Blocking foul, other end, Edmead thought it was a charge. No shot on the drive of the basket.
Cruz Davis. It's from the mid-range with a hand in his face. Reese Miller didn't get there in time. So next time he pulls the plug off the ball screen, doesn't need much room or time.
A good chat this year with the Hofstra coaching staff about Cruz Davis. Said Tyler Thomas, former player of the year in the Coastal, was working out with the team over the summer, and they asked Tyler, look, get a feel from Cruz about being a leader on this team. Foul called there. And Tyler Thomas told the staff he doesn't really want to shoot that much, doesn't want to be an offense. He's worried that his teammates will think he's too selfish because he takes the majority of the shots. And the staff said, Speedy Claxton, don't worry about it. We want you shooting a lot this year. The light is green, and man, has he been awesome.
He is a special player for sure. Right now he's going to be special on the end of the bench because he just picked up his second foul.
Okay, takes a seat for now. Rock off. Going off that huge game in Williamsburg head-to-head with Hofstra. Got his first point of the game.
Hofstra hopes that does not get him jump-started. They've seen the damage he can do.
It's so rare for Cruz Davis to leave a game. Third in the nation, minutes per game entering play here tonight. Rockoff hits the free throw.
Rockoff, the transfer from St. Louis.
Head over the right shoulder, checks out the half-court set from Speedy Claxton.
Mary will show a little matchup zone. Sometimes they're playing zone, sometimes they're just playing man-to-man and just talking about where everybody is. But either way, they'll get matched up.
To Katie, Reeves, 5 to shoot. Edmead checks the clock. Reeves in the corner, launches a three. Cans it just before the timer expires. It's a big triple from the wing.
Unbelievable on Edmead's part and Reeves' part.
Miller other end, launching a three and connects from deep. Back-to-back jacks, and the shooting really is cranking up now on each side.
Yeah, you don't want to get Miller started either. Reese Miller can really light it up.
Combine the teams, Mac have hit their last 7. 4 for 4 for Hofstra, the last 3 for the Tribe.
Miller hit 4 for 8 against Hofstra the first time. He had 13 points last night, 2 for 4 against Elon.
Tribe's leading scorer off the bench. 8 to shoot, here's Edmead. Trying to get by Miller, someone's open to Katie, can't handle it. As Edmead was double teamed. Media timeout here in DC. Pride by 7 in our first half.
Josh Reeves, as the shot clock expires on one end. And on the other end, the kick out of the lane from low, Reese Miller. This is what Reese Miller does.
Pep band's rocking tonight. Love that guitar. Duo. You guys sound good, Coach.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Hofstra Pep
Little
band.
wrinkle.
Don't often see electric guitars in the Pep band. These guys are sounding awesome. Speaking of awesome, Campbell took out the defending champion Seahawks UNCW by 15 today. Monmouth knocked off Zach Spikers Drexel Dragons by 8. And then Towson pulverized second-seeded Charleston 81-56. 3 quarterfinal results up into this one. Final ticket punch to the semis here tonight. Auburn Fasasi on a bounce. Trying to get that to Brockhoff. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, UNCW and Charleston going home in the quarterfinals. Probably not something a lot of people would bet
Come on, nobody said that. I would never have predicted that.
Now we have 9, 7, and 4 in the semifinals. Are we going to add a 6 or 3?
About to find out. Here's Miller in the corner. 3 rattles out. A lot of contact. No one wants the rock. Joel Emanuel tied up with Ed Mead. And a foul called. Bodies strewn across the court.
Yeah, the blockouts were good, but then they held them a little too long. We got a foul sending Hofstra the other way to the free throw line.
Joel Emanuel, coach picks up his second. Davis on the bench. So rare to see him not in the game. 2 fouls for Hofstra.
There were a couple. William Mary is a good blockout team because they have to be. Don't have a lot of size, but that time it got a little bit too aggressive, and Ed Mead goes to the free throw line where he's outstanding.
82.5% for the line. Hits the front end. 9th in the Coastal in scoring this year. 2nd on the team. And Davis, in terms of assists, only separated by 3, coach. Entering the game, Cruz with 144. Top 5 in the CAA in dimes. Ed Mead had 141.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing stat between the 2 guards who are not just great scorers, but distributors as well for Hofstra.
Their number crazy similar. In free throw percentage, assists, like you mentioned, turnovers. That ratio is almost identical.
Good luck defending those guys. Tough task tonight for William and Mary. Glad to see Davis out with the 2 fouls for now. Here's Miller. Drives the paint, floats. Back iron doesn't get the roll. Sunday the rebound. And Speedy Claxton says, hold things up. We're not running right now.
Biggie Patterson says, I'll bring it up. They're denying the ball to Ed Mead. And again, Speedy was true to his word. They have used the shot clock whenever possible.
Worked out well, up by 9.
Mary rolls up into that matchup zone. That's a lot of man-to-man features once the ball gets below the free throw line.
Ed Mead Sunday, kick out, Plotnikoff. Corner 3 ball for Hofstra.
Started out the game hot, ended the half hot. Plotnikoff.
3-3, German Plotnikoff in our first half tonight. Valberg Fasasi, another international star on the game here tonight. Skipping for Jones, over Plotnikoff, can't hit. Sunday trying to grab that rebound, can't find it, and Plotnikoff holds Jones, trying to pursue the ball in the paint.
William Mary is persistent. They keep coming at you. Valberg Fasasi coming a long way to get it, makes the save, creating the fouling opportunity on Plotnikoff.
First foul on German Plotnikoff sends Jones to the free throw line. Grad student.
Anuetu and Cruz Davis with a pair sitting on the bench. Silas Sunday has had to play a lot of minutes in this first half.
He's played great, coach. 7 rebounds for Silas Sunday. Hasn't tried a shot, but 7 boards, big factor for Hofstra.
And a great screener and contests every rebound, whether he gets it or not. He's involved in it.
7-footer, 282-pound senior from Ireland. Rolling down toward a minute left, first half. Ed Mead. Off by Valberg Fasasi. Step back. 3's got it!
Valberg Fasasi at 6'7" and a good defender, an aggressive defender. Ed Mead backed him off and buried the jump shot.
1 for 7 from the field. 1 for 3 from deep. Finally, a field goal for Ed Mead and a timeout, a 15-point lead for Hofstra.
Here we go, create that space. That's what a smaller guy does. He perfects that skill right there. Back the guy off, back step and shoot that form.
One thing Speedy Claxton told us throughout the year about Edby, sometimes he works too hard, gets himself tired. He's a 3 times a day workout guy, whether it's getting up shots or working out, stretching, lifting weights, and more than once the staff has had to say, Preston, back off a little bit, too much. Got to learn right as you're a freshman.
Well, he's got a great mentor on the sideline who you know he'll listen to, because Speedy is the reason he is at Hofstra.
4 or 5 years. Pride has won Player of the Year from a great guard. Again, this year with Davis. Stays on the bench. Final minute of the first half on a hold foul call.
Yeah, Plotnikoff, a little aggressive right there on the switch.
He's got 2, Mac.
Send William Mary to the free throw line.
8-0 Pride run. Hit 6 of 6. As Hofstra expands the lead to 15, largest of the game here in the first half.
You know, both these coaches want to see something in this last 60 seconds to have a little bit of momentum going in. Right now, Hofstra has it.
From a miss, Fallberg Fasasi. 8 points Ed Mead, 5 of which have come from the free throw line here tonight. 15 on the timer, a 42 game clock. Block, Ryan Jackson. Great defense on Ed Mead. Tries to recover, here's Polium. Free for 3 over Plotnikov. Not close. Rebound Jackson amongst the trees. Can't lay it in. And Patterson has the loose change rebound.
Oh, tough little series right there. Jackson did a great job forcing the turnover, then getting the offensive rebound, and William Mary came away with nothing. And Hofstra can and will take the last shot of the half.
Shot clock, game clock almost exactly lined up. 8 seconds, game clock. Here's Ed Mead, deep 3, top of the key, short this time. Tipped up and in by Sunday.
You called it, partner. He has had a half.
What a way to finish the opening 20 for Hofstra. The tip in, capping off a 10-0 run to end the first half for the Pride from Silas Sunday.
He only had 2 points, but he had 8 rebounds and was a defensive presence.
Hofstra trying to avenge that regular season loss at Capital Arena in Williamsburg. Well on their way to fill in the 4th and final slot in tomorrow night's semifinals from here in D.C. 50-33. Davis, 18 points in the first half for the Pride.
The CAA men's basketball regular season is in the books, which means it's time to announce the 2025-26 all-conference selections and major award winners that were voted on by the league's head coaches. We begin with the top 5 freshmen in the league recognized on the CAA All-Rookie team. This group is all about grit and toughness. Congratulations to the members on the CAA All-Defensive team. Now we reveal the top 15 players in the conference, starting with the All-CAA third team selections. Let's give it up for the recipients on the All-CAA second team. And finally, it's the best of the best. Here are the 5 student athletes earning All-CAA first team recognition. Switching over to our major awards, Hofstra's Preston Edmead is the CAA's Rookie of the Year. The Pride guard ranked 9th in the league in scoring, netting over 15 a night, while also averaging the most assists for a freshman and 4th overall with over 4.5 per game. The Deer Park, New York native became just the 3rd freshman in league history to receive 7 Rookie of the Week honors during the regular season. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Charleston's Chol Machat after becoming one of the best rim protectors in the country. In his first year with the Cougs, Machat blocked 77 shots, good for the 5th most in the NCAA. The Australian 7-footer registered 4 games with at least 6 rejections, becoming the first player to accomplish that feat since 2018. Madison Durr of UNCW is tabbed as the 6th man of the year, providing a spark off the bench all season long for the regular season champs. The senior guard appeared in all 31 games as a reserve, averaging nearly 10 points in less than 22 minutes per game. Hofstra's Cruz Davis is tabbed as the CAA's Scholar Athlete of the Year, excelling just as much off the court as he did on the hardwood for the Pride this season. The CSC Academic All-District selection has an impressive 3.64 grade point average in his liberal arts studies. This year's recipient of the prestigious Dean Ehlers Leadership Award is William & Mary's Chase Lowe. Away from basketball, Lowe is a 3-year representative on the tribe's Student Athlete Advisory Committee and can be found frequently volunteering in the Williamsburg community. UNCW head coach Takeo Siddle earns his 2nd CAA Coach of the Year honor after guiding the program to its 10th regular season crown and first outright since the 2016-17 campaign. Under Siddle's direction, the Seahawks eclipsed 20 wins for the 5th consecutive year, going 26-5 and 15-3 in CAA action. To wrap up our major awards, Cruz Davis secures Hofstra's 4th CAA Player of the Year award in the past 5 seasons. The junior guard posted a league-high 20.3 points per game, tying him for 29th in the nation on an efficient 45% from the floor. The Plano, Texas native wasn't just a pure scorer for the Pride, dishing out the 2nd most dimes in the conference with a 1.8 assist-to-turnover ratio. Thank you for watching our postseason awards announcement. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow our CAA Sports social media platforms for coverage throughout the 2026 Air Force Reserve CAA Men's Basketball Championship.
are the official host for the nation's capital. We are all things sports. From captivating culinary to celebrating legends and so much more. We are Events DC.
Let's go bigger, I'm that killer. Coming in hot, make you jump like a thriller.
World-class people delivering world-class events. Events DC.
Click, clack, the sound of disruption. It settles in. Controlled, precise. Click, clack, the sound changes direction. But there's no crash, just separation. And every time you hear it, something ends for you and starts for us. Click, clack. It's no longer just a sound. It's a warning.
At William & Mary, we strive to be more than we are and to do more than we've ever done. Here, we do not live in the shadows of the giants of American history that we helped to shape. We stand on their shoulders, reaching higher, looking further, and leading the way forward. To be a place where history happens every day, and to be a university for the bold.
Follow the CAA on Facebook and Instagram at CAA Sports. Join the fun on X by following CAA Basketball.
Getting set to start the second half. From here at CAA First Arena, Washington, D.C., Dave Mack and our entire crew, along with Griffin handling the sidelines for us. 17-point lead for Hofstra, finishing out Mack on a 10-0 run to end the opening 20. Tribe at times showed lots of life.
Yeah, they shot the ball well, but they didn't get enough shot attempts because they turned the ball over 6 times, and they gave up 8 offensive rebounds. That's 14 possessions they didn't get. Meanwhile, Hofstra got 33 shots up, but William & Mary was very good when they held on to the basketball. Hofstra's defense had a little bit to do with that, too.
Really good half-court defense for the most part for Hofstra in the opening half. Their shooting was outstanding, 50% for William & Mary, 52% for the Pride. And they hit 10 threes. Cruz Davis was amazing.
Yeah, 10 for 19. It's really hard to overcome that. Cruz Davis had the mid-range, got to the rim, and made the long shots. Ed Mead made some. Josh Reeves off the bench contributed. And Hofstra just was very balanced on the offensive end.
a rarity. Davis only played 18 minutes in the first half. Did sit the last 2 with 2 fouls as we check the numbers brought to us by Air Force Reserve.
Yeah. And again, both teams shot the ball well, from 2 and from 3. From the free throw line, they were fine. But Hofstra with an advantage rebounding and an advantage in the turnover situation, that made for the difference in the game. And of course, Hofstra shot so well from 3, 10 for 19. While William & Mary was fine, but it was only 4 for 10.
First time these teams met, Coach, January 24th at Kaplan in Williamsburg. And the Tribe capped off a 3-game winning streak by beating the Pride by 7. 89-82. Brockhoff, we talked about, was awesome with 8 threes, the most in any game this year in the Coastal. He has been held in check tonight. Not a factor at all. He's 2 for 2 from the line, has not taken a 3-point field goal in the game. And
yes.
Davis and Edmead have been fabulous as always. Edmead a couple assists and 8 points.
Yeah, great guard play, and William & Mary leads the league in steals and forced turnovers. Hofstra only turned the basketball over 3 times, and that's because you've got great guards in Edmead and Cruz. And you talked about Brockhoff, who was just sensational at his career high, 28 the first time. He does not have a shot attempt. I guarantee you Speedy Claxton got that message across to his team. Brockhoff will not beat us tonight.
Heavily emphasized in the scout. Let's put it that way. And Phil, prior to this game, 13 steals for the Tribe, Coach, last night in the win over Elon. None in the first half head-to-head with Hofstra. Let's go back to Griffin.
Yeah, I just spoke with Brian Earl a little bit ago, and he said it's kind of weird being down 17 when you shoot 50% from the field, and some of the makes from the Pride, you just have to shrug your shoulders because the defense has been solid on ball, and it's still turning into offense for the Pride. And on the other side, Speedy Claxton, it's about as good offensively as this team has played through 20 minutes all season long, but the biggest thing is you cannot stop here, especially with how fast the Tribe plays offensively. That lead can shrink very quickly if you don't keep your foot on the gas.
But only 7 total fast break points, Griffin, in the first half. 4 for the Tribe, 3 for Hofstra. Clearly, Speedy Claxton does not want to play a high-paced game against the fastest team in America.
Yeah, and we talked about the fact that it would be up and down, but the main thing we said, people would make shots because these are shot makers and they're doing that, but Hofstra has really dictated the pace. Once they've gotten in the half court, they've been down in single digits right down to the shot clock end on multiple occasions before they shoot the basketball.
14 threes between these two teams, 10 from Hofstra in the opening half. Davis had 4 of those. 2 for Reeves, 1 for Edmead, 3 for Plotnikov, the 3-point ace from Belarus.
Hofstra has done the 2 things that we said that they needed to do at the top. The transition defense has been outstanding, like you mentioned. Only a handful of fast breaks or even less than a handful, and dictating the tempo once they do get into the half court. They have done the game plan.
Tribe needs 5 points in this second half to set a new single-season scoring record. Off the glass and in. Good start for Brockhoff.
There you go. His first shot attempt off the dribble, off the glass.
Good half-court action for Brian Earl's team. Some pressure off the main field goal.
Oh, and we're going to see William & Mary press a whole lot more this half and give it different looks, too. Run and jump, trap, deny inbounds.
Davis from the Dallas Metroplex. Plano, Texas. A big star on the island this year. 2 fouls first half. On a bounce from the elbow. Plotnikov 5 to shoot. Baseline needs some help. Spins and hits it. Tough 2 for German Plotnikov.
Got the game started scoring and starting the second half scoring. At least it's 2 instead of a 3 if you're a William & Mary fan.
He's got double figures along with Davis. 11 Plotnikov. Drive to the basket, foul called. Hallberg for Sassi trying to create offensively here for Brian Earl and the Tribe.
Here we go with Brockhoff against Sunday. Beats him off the dribble, creates a little space. And Plotnikov as the shot clock is running down.
It's a tough 2. The Katie's second foul a moment ago. And Hallberg for Sassi from Sweden.
And Katie had the block up top, but used a little body right there. And send Valberg Fasasi to the free throw line. He hadn't been quite as hot as he was last night, but he did have 8 in the first half.
3 for 5 shooting, 2 threes for Tunda Valberg Fasasi. He's led William & Mary in scoring 8 times this year. It's a team best. As Mac talked about, amazing stat, 9 different players have led the Tribe in scoring throughout the year. A rarity. And Katie across the timeline.
Yeah, alert play right there by Plotnikov. He got it late in that 10-second count, but pushed it across quickly.
Largest lead has been 17 tonight for Hofstra. Here's Davis. 3 rattles out, all but go down. Track down rebound for Kate Haskins. Grad transfer from Dartmouth in the Ivy League. Chase Lowe. Sunday the switch. Big man, Valberg Fasasi trying to find a teammate. Ball goes into the chest of Sunday, who swallows it up for Hofstra.
He switched to start with, and then he accepted that.
Plotnikov, another spot-up 3.
Another really good start by Hofstra.
Davis 4 for 6 from 3. Plotnikov 4 from 6 from deep. And a foul call over the back on Tunda Valberg Fasasi. It is all Hofstra here.
And part of William & Mary pressing, obviously they would like to turn the ball over, but they also slow you down. So once you get across, you don't have a lot of time on the shot clock. The problem is that's a little bit of a fallacy with Hofstra because of the great guard play. It doesn't matter how much time they've got. They can create something.
Well, Mac, we expected 2 close games here tonight in the quarterfinals. Hasn't happened yet, has it?
Not at all.
Wow. First score was a shocker. Pass down low to Katie. Pump fake. Up he goes, trying to jam it. And some contact on the way with the elevation for Josh DeCady.
And how about Sunday? Double teamed on the baseline and finds the pass under the basketball, under the basket to DeCady. Really nice play by the big guy. It's the double team. DeCady was going to finish that. Valberg Fasasi with the foul.
Second on him. DeCady to the free throw line for Hofstra, shooting 2. Does not get the roll.
And here comes the line change.
4 new players on the court, including leading scorer Reese Miller. They're going to need a major run here, down 19.
Valberg Fasasi, the only player remaining.
Ed Mead, Queens Village, New York. With that DeCady with the missed free throw. Couple of misfires there for Josh DeCady at the free throw line. Joe Emanuel, one of the 4 subs on the court for Brian Earl. Pass broken up. Good defense, Plotnikov. Good rotation for German Plotnikov and read that passing lane perfectly.
Now, the story of this game has been Hofstra making threes and playing great half-court defense.
Tribe is shooting 50%, but 24 field goal attempts compared to now 37 for Hofstra. Ed Mead misfiring from deep. Sunday almost knocked that in. On a wild rebound, tip-in try. Here's Miller. Valberg Fasasi, 3 ball over Silas Sunday. Rebound, Joel Emanuel. He can't hit. Regains, tries again, contact under the basket.
In transition, Ed Mead ended up on Emanuel, and that was a tough matchup. Didn't get the box out, and then couldn't get over in time to contest the shot. Emanuel goes to the free throw line.
Ed Mead, coach, picks up his second, so 2 for Davis, 2 for Ed Mead. And Joel Emanuel, a transfer from FDU, played there 3 years. One more free throw. 23 minutes for him, 8 points, 5 boards against Elon last night in the first round.
You know, I mentioned Ed Mead got mixed up on the matchup, if you will. Not necessarily mixed up, but he got matched up against Emanuel, and that's another benefit of William & Mary pushing the ball all the time. You don't end up with the right man in every situation.
Emanuel on that FDU team in 2023 that beat #1 Purdue in the first round, the second ever 16 to beat a 1 seed in the Big Dance. It's pretty cool, freshman off the bench that year. Tonight, not cool at all for his tribe. Davis double team, Ballberg for Sassi, and Jackson causing the turnover. Here's Miller. Spot up three on the wing. Rattles out. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Jones.
He's been a good addition regardless.
Dominance for Towson. Pummeling Charleston tonight. Dominance for Hofstra all over the tribe. A bit in control from the very first moments when German Plotnikov was battling for the opening tip. Remember that energy?
Yes.
To begin the game tonight.
And the bench was up cheering him
they
on.
were jacked up.
A
Plotnikov
preview.
wouldn't let go of the ball.
A preview of things to come.
That's right. Edbeat feeds. Onowetu, tough catch in traffic. Out for Davis. Three is too strong. Weak side rebound Onowetu. They'll try again. Here's Davis, knifing through traffic. Kick out Plotnikov. It's a three ball again for Hofstra. They are so unselfish. And Miller.
He went down hard. Went down hard. Didn't see the contact or what happened.
Oh, he's really hurt, Coach.
Yeah,
this
he
looks bad.
went down. He went down flat and hard.
We'll take a timeout. All right, best possible news for now. Reese Miller helped off, did walk off with the aid of some teammates and trainers right to the William & Mary locker room. He was down, Coach, and out for several minutes. This was a bad fall. We'll take a look a moment ago with Reese Miller. Oh, that's the arm. It was
after
Cruz
review,
Davis.
we have an F1
Run
foul
right
on
into
White
Cruz
5.
Davis. And they're going to call that a flagrant 1. You're in that information.
Thank you. Clarification from the crew here. F1 on Davis, who definitely threw the elbow. We didn't see that. Now threw the arm there and got a piece of Miller. And a great look from our crew. Flagrant 1 call. And Griffin's got more.
Obviously very scary to see, and immediately some of the William & Mary roster, when they saw the initial reaction from Reese Miller on the ground, immediately started to pray. This is a group that really divulges into faith, and they share that as a team. And when you're down in a game like this, that's one thing, but when you see one of your brothers go down in that scenario, now trying to compartmentalize that, that's very difficult to do.
Griffin, thanks. Pretty serious head injury, and Brian Earl is absolutely furious. He was upset with his players as well during that injury sequence. And I think really upset that Davis threw that shot, got the F1. Ballberg Fasasi will shoot the free throws for Miller here, who is being attended to by trainers and doctors here at Care First Arena. One more free throw. Davis picked up his third foul in that sequence. And Ballberg Fasasi cans the second free throw. That was scary, Coach.
Yeah, it was, and looked like we had a positive ending when Reese Miller was helped off the floor, but was really kind of under his own power anyway.
Looked a lot better when he walked off, didn't he?
Sure did.
Wish him the best. Emmanuel fouled. The Katie reaches, didn't like it.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a motivated William and Mary team. Now, how that converts, I don't know, but Brian Earl is upset with one of the officials who I'm not sure what he did to earn this ire.
I wonder, and I'm just speculating here after all these years of covering college basketball, Brian Earl wasn't a little miffed at his guys for not standing up to Cruz Davis after the shot. They were very upset by Miller's injury. Maybe he thought they should have rallied and at least got in the face of Davis. What do you think?
Yeah, it's possible. He's had a little bit of ire for everybody out there, so I don't know if it was directed at his team and just picked up the technical. Cruz Davis going to the other end to shoot free throws. But William and Mary clearly is emotional about this, and we certainly have a veteran crew, which is a good thing because they'll know how to handle this kind of situation.
Brian Earl is beside himself. He probably wanted an F2 on Davis. That was quite it was a cheap shot, Coach. That's not a good foul at all for Cruz Davis there to get that arm so high up and take out Reese Miller.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell. At the end of it, it didn't look. He definitely had the elbow up. He definitely made contact, and what precipitated that, I'm not sure about that. And Emmanuel's going to have to be careful. Talking a lot out there.
Yeah, things are starting to boil over here, and you're right, Coach. The officiating crew's got to get a hold of this game. It's all Hofstra. Emmanuel was super emotional after seeing Miller go down. He was near tears. A pretty serious injury for Reese Miller. All right, a lot happening here. Pulling him in the corner, pulls the trigger and can't hit the three. Monowet to the rebound. He's steamrolled, and things are getting rough here.
Yeah, this is not right here.
And Speedy Claxton saying to Clarence Armstrong, get a hold of this game here, get control. Might have a double technical coming up now as emotions are spilling over.
Yeah.
And we might have an ejection. Let's see here exactly what we've got. Lots to sort out as the crew works on some technicals.
And it's up to the coaches to handle their squad, and the officials are going to look at this one too. That was very aggressive also. And they're going to bring the coaches together. I think that's really smart. Here's the missed shot. Hofstra gets the rebound. Then two players go after the basketball aggressively. And there's been some jawing already on the two possessions that we've had.
Biggie Patterson gets a technical. Joel Emmanuel gets a technical. Both coaches have been teed up. Multiple technicals in one sequence here. In a 22-point game, and things have gotten off the rails a bit.
Yeah, a lot of frustration out there.
So Patterson coming to defensive.
Emmanuel and Patterson getting face to face.
After Victor Anoetu was knocked down. So all those technicals results in possession for Hofstra.
Yeah, they had the basketball, and then there were no free throws because all the free throws were offsetting.
And to clarify here, just so I feel about it, Davis has had a tremendous season. Great player for Hofstra, no doubt. may have just been an outlier on that play with Miller.
Oh,
Brilliant season.
He is a great young man. That's why I'm questioning, exactly how that whole thing happened.
Totally. Liberal arts major, great student, scholar athlete of the year in the Coastal. Wants to go to law school. Cruz Davis, an impressive young man for Hofstra. Up top, Valberg Fasasi is bumped by Anawetu. And down he goes.
Clarence Armstrong headed over and could be in the vicinity so he can say some things or listen to some things from Brian Earl.
You've been in games like this, Coach, where things get really emotional. How do you handle that as a head coach?
I mean, you have to trust your leadership on the team. And if there's a particular player that has a short fuse or can be a little bit emotional, then a lot of times you will take him out and let him settle down.
Tunda Valberg Fasasi has one more free throw here for the Tribe. Huge disappointment for the top seed UNCW. For the 2 seed Charleston. And now the same for the Tribe in another one-sided game. Surprising score. Miss Valberg Fasasi. Sunday has the rebound.
Let's see if we can get back to basketball.
Let's do that, Coach. I'm with you. 20 points, 4 boards, 4 assists of the game for Davis. 4-7 from 3. Patterson in the corner, thinking 3 ball, too strong. Emmanuel up high, defensive glass for the Tribe. Jones is running. Lays it up, can't get the roll. Sunday, another rebound. He's been awesome. He's got 10 boards tonight.
Smart play by Jones to attack the rim like that in transition. Yeah, Sunday has been, his stats don't tell you how good he has been.
2 points, 10 rebounds. Reach for Jones, and the Hofstra bench jawing a bit as things again start to heat up here. Jones out, Jackson out. Mares missed his last 6. About 6 minutes, no field goals for the Tribe. Sunday and Emmanuel come to get a lot of contact. No whistle. 10 to shoot for Edmey. Double team, somebody's open. It's Davis. 5 to shoot. Cruz Davis, step back 3 over 2 Tribe defenders. Does it again. Magic from deep. 5 threes tonight for the player of the year in the CAA. Other end. Nice move by Lowe, the and one, as he banks it in off the glass.
Yeah, the 2 veterans, Cruz Davis on one end, Chase Lowe penetrating right to the rim, which he's done so many times. A power point guard.
I mean, Coach, Cruz Davis had 2 closeouts from Mary. Still found enough space to get that lefty 3 off, and cans another triple. Lowe cannot hit the free throw. Rebound pulled down by Patterson. Let's break for Reeves across the timeline. Patterson in the paint. Has 2 more.
Now, when you're going to be aggressive and double team, you're going to create maybe some quick shots, but you're going to create some open shots too.
Tribe shooting 51% for the game, 50% from 3. Edmead incredulous at that call. So is Speedy Claxton.
Yeah, this is the way Emmanuel has been playing toward the end of the season, very aggressively. We talked about it last night. We talked about it again tonight. He is going to attack on the dribble and defensively too.
Edmead very rarely takes a seat. Same with Davis. They play almost the entire game all year long. Out for now, replaced by Plotnikov.
That's his 4th foul.
One more free throw for Emmanuel.
Now, this is not as good a ball handling team, obviously, without Edmead on the floor.
8 points, 1 for 10 back in the game, 1 for 5 from 3 for Edmead. Uncharacteristic for the Rookie of the Year in the Coastal. And as you mentioned, 4 fouls on the bench next to Speedy Claxton for now. All pride of the night. Davis. Help from Patterson. Across the midcourt stripe. Davis in no hurry here for Hofstra.
No, they don't mind shortening this game. 22-point lead.
Little shocker. Davis, the lefty, drives the basket. Some contact on the way to the 10.
Cruz Davis, part of his scoring average is the fact that he's a really good free throw shooter too.
It's the first, has one more. Starting his career at Iona for Rick Pitino. Followed him to Queens, to St. John's. Not a key player, big piece at either location. Learned so much though from Rick Pitino, the legendary Hall of Fame coach. Year one at Hofstra, good numbers. Year two, spectacular numbers. Player of the year, scholar athlete of the year in the CAA. Ballberg Fasasi, step back over Sunday. Can't hit the tough two. And the rebound for Patterson, who's really given Speedy Claxton some good minutes as well.
Yeah, very capable.
6 rebounds for Patterson, 10 in the game for Sunday.
Hofstra really missed him when he was missing a couple games during that 5-game losing streak.
That explains it, right? A lot of guys were hurt. Davis up top, a 3 this time. It's short and some contact. Joel Emanuel and Reeves come together. Reeves going to pick up the foul. He's not happy about it one bit.
And he needs to let that go. Emanuel and he were jostling for position, but the call was made, and Reeves has to play an important role right here.
You know, that'd be down with the 4 fouls. Agreed. Ryan Jackson trying to sub. He's got to wait. Now back to the scorer's table. Emanuel shoots here for the try. Grad student, Sup from New York. Not far from the city. One more free throw. Now Jackson can check in. Ballberg Fasasi out for Brian Earl for now.
Emanuel with 7 points, 5 rebounds. He also has 3 personal fouls.
1,000 points in the career of Joel Emanuel after 823 at FDU. 3 years for that program.
It's a good matchup, Flo and Cruz Davis.
Tip off, Pulliam, Jackson the pick. Pulliam to the basket. Can't hit the runner with the left, in the paint. Emanuel, loose change to the basket. Can't finish. Tipped up again, Emanuel. Right back to the free throw line for William and Mary. When we return to DC and Care First Arena, we'll take a timeout. 4th and final, quarterfinal. It has been all Hofstra plus 22. Looking for tomorrow night's semifinals from our nation's capital.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at cu1.com.
At UNCW's Cameron School of Business, we're all about action and experience. From applied learning opportunities to our study abroad programs, you'll get unique experiences that set you apart. Our distinguished Cameron Executive Network will mentor and prepare you for ultimate career success. Classes are taught by scholars and leading industry experts, ensuring you get the knowledge that truly matters. Visit us at csb.uncw.edu.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals,
Come on, Vincent.
but mostly for her son.
You got this.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
Welcome back, DC. Dave, Coach, and Griffin De La Pena with you. Second half, it's been all Hofstra coach tonight. When you break down the reasons why, what are some of your headlines that have given Hofstra such a big lead in this one?
Well, they've been great on defense to start with. They forced more turnovers than William & Mary usually has. They've really taken care of the ball, so William & Mary hasn't been able to get out in transition. And then Hofstra's gotten enough offensive rebounds to limit the possessions to, or get additional possessions for them in comparison to the number of possessions that William & Mary has.
All right, good breakdown. 5 turnovers for Hofstra. That's it in game tonight. 9 miscues for the Tribe. Emmanuel foul before the break. There's a couple here for the Tribe. +40 games in the career of Emmanuel. Double-figure scoring. Has a free throw for William & Mary. 6th seed in trouble tonight. Hofstra's led throughout. Davis a big reason. Got 25 points. Calls timeout. Trap comes. They're all over Cruz Davis. Timeout from DC. +20 on the board for Hofstra, the 3 seed, looking for another trip to the semifinals to take on Towson tomorrow night. Second half from DC. Brian Earl's team in trouble, down 20 to Hofstra. And Griffin has more on the injury with Reese Miller. What's the latest, Griffin?
Yeah, so I did talk to multiple different members of the William & Mary Athletic Department, and it will be that Reese Miller will be out for the rest of this game. That's all that we currently have at this time, and I will continue to provide updates when they become available.
Hey, Griffin, thanks for that. Griffin trying to follow up outside the Tribe locker room. We certainly wish the best for Reese Miller. Took quite a shot On the shoulder from Davis. Handles here, 10 to shoot. 25 tonight for the player of the year in the conference. Hangs, can't hit, knocked aside. Rockoff battling for it. Comes to Plotnikov. That three rattles out. Patterson the rebound. Fouled hard by a couple of Tri players. A lot of contact on the baseline. Biggie Patterson shoots 2 for Hofstra.
Yeah, good job by William and Mary to defend Cruz Davis's shot. Then Plotnikov, very heady, realized the shot clock was running out, got a good look at it, and then Biggie Patterson, being active out there, comes up with the offensive board. And that's, again, that's one of the reasons that William and Mary has shot 12 less shots than Hofstra on the game.
7 boards for Biggie, 10 for Sunday, so that's a big total of 17 between those two. One more free throw here for Patterson. Transfer from Iona. Team's third leading scorer, third leading rebounder for Hofstra. 16 points and 9 boards, as you talked about, Mac, in that season finale, a win for the Pride over Drexel. Another good piece for Speedy Claxton.
Yeah, and back in his home area, only an hour and a half down the road to Richmond, Virginia.
You know Richmond pretty well, don't you?
I have pretty well, pretty well. Lived there a couple different times and live there now.
He had 20 on CBS Sports Network, head-to-head with Towson. That could be a rematch tomorrow night in the semifinals. Good hustle. Plotnikov battles for the loose change, finds it. Davis with Edmead still out of the game with 4 fouls.
You mentioned on his third year, but he's been there the entire time. He's been there the entire career. He's just a veteran guy. Seems like he's been there 5 years, even though it's been less than that.
Davis into the corner. Patterson shot, can't miss, can't hit that one, but look at the play by Plotnikov. Speaking of the veteran presence, Sunday and Pulliam came together on the baseline. Sunday went down, and the officials asking for a cleanup. Make sure everyone's footing is okay.
Yeah, Sunday with the 2 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists.
Unusual stat line.
Oh, yeah, very. And there's no stat line for the screens he set and the bodies he's moved out there.
Jackson knocked down, no whistle. Davis. Plotnikov taking 3. Misfires this time. Sunday the battle on the baseline with Jackson. And Ryan Jackson picks up another foul for the Tribe.
Yeah, mismatch right there. Nothing he could do about it. Sunday was just bigger and had possession of the ball. So he gets to go to the free throw line.
First foul coach tonight on Ryan Jackson. Sunday to the free throw line for Hofstra. Got one more. Another team in rebounding 10 times this year. Had 15 boards against Elon. That's the most of any Hofstra player in a single game this season. Marketing major.
He may have a chance to eclipse that mark.
And his dad in Ireland was a pro boxer, so.
Wow.
Good genes there, passed down, right?
Good
a lot of
pull.
athleticism.
Good pull right there. Don't mess with him.
Definitely not. Pulliam into the corner. Jones, one more. Valberg Fasasi is fouled by Plotnikov, and he's hurt. Went down hard right in front of Brian Earl. In what has been a really tough physical game tonight.
Yeah, when the official stepped in between Speedy and Brian, that was a smart move. Again, veteran crew here.
Double whammy. Plotnikov commits the foul, his 4th, slowly gets up.
And gets hurt. Shot fake, moves into him a little bit, drawing the foul.
Coach Earl just trying to get out of the way. Speedy Claxton was really upset. Maybe at the call against Plotnikov, thought it wasn't a foul. And to German's credit, going to stay in there. Got the legs twisted up. Awkward falls, now going to check out.
That seems like the right decision. DeCady back in. Been in foul trouble most of the day.
Three fouls, Josh DeCady tonight For Plotnikov, for Ed Mead. So that's been a bit of an issue. Plotnikov trying to walk that off here for Hofstra. He'll be needed tomorrow night in the semis against Towson. Wahlberg Fasasi, it's the free throw. Timeout, Brian Earl. With 10:08 to go in our second half. It is all Hofstra tonight. Trying to win their 22nd game of the year, their 6th in a row. Their 5th in a row, actually, 4-game win streak heading into the tournament. And Plotnikov still smarting a bit after that awkward fall.
Yeah, it was a weird play. You know, the shot fake, he goes up in the air. He's kind of vulnerable. Wahlberg Fasasi kind of moves into him a little bit to draw the foul. You see that a lot by offensive players. And William Mary right now, they're going to have to press. They're going to have to try to turn Hofstra over. They've got a better chance of that than they would have because Ed Mead is on the bench. And then they've got to hope if they don't turn them over, they get Hofstra to take a quick shot and come away with stops and go the other way. But the press is going to be a big part of what they do the rest of this game in the last 10 minutes.
Pride cooling off. They missed their last 5. Last 4 missed for the Tribe.
They jump into a little bit of zone halfway through the possession.
8 to shoot, Davis up top.
I don't think that bothers a veteran team very much.
Reeves spot up 3. Front iron miss. Track down Patterson. Can't find it before it hits the baseline. And it's out of bounds.
Hofstra seeing William & Mary change defensive alignments right in the middle of it. Sometimes they change from zone to man, sometimes from man to zone.
Jackson, screen, can't hit the 3. Patterson trying to track down the rebound, it's out of bounds.
Semi-line change this time, only 3.
Only 3. We've seen 5 before this year for Brian Earl. It's a new shift. Well, kind of like Chris Mack with Charleston, it's going to be a tough one. Will sting for a while for William & Mary, unless they can make a huge comeback here in the last 9:20 and counting. Played so well last night against Elon. Fast-paced offense. Wahlberg Fasasi was awesome. Tied his career high with 25 points. Has not been nearly the factor he was last night in the first round game for the Tribe. Davis with a right to finish for 2.
Yeah, but you got a veteran player like that, it doesn't matter what you change on defense.
Emmanuel to the basket responds nicely for the Tribe.
J.R. Jones trying to deny the ball inbounds.
3 fouls on Jones, coach. And free throws on the other end.
He's been a nice addition down the stretch for William & Mary. Coming back from an injury. Probably their best on-ball defender, although Chase Lowe may have something to say with that too, but such quickness and pushing the basketball to the other end. He really creates some problems for a team trying to get back in transition defense.
Cruz Davis making noise in the non-con, had 36 points at Pitt. They won at Syracuse as well. On a last-second Plotnikov 3, set up by Cruz Davis on the baseline. Some good headlines with Hofstra all year. Led by Davis, Player of the Year, Scholar Athlete of the Year in the CAA.
Anoetu in for Sunday. Good offensive rebound on that possession by Patterson again.
Sunday, 4 shy of his career best. 11 boards tonight. He's been awesome for Speedy Claxton in the middle. 5 to shoot for Davis. Patterson thinking 3. Cans another one for Hofstra.
Yeah, And that's a smart play. William & Mary double teams, makes Davis give it up, but Patterson was equal to the task.
14 threes tonight for the Pride. That's a big factor. Tribe has just 4. Patterson 8 points, 8 rebounds tonight for Hofstra.
And we have a challenge on that play, whether it was out of bounds on William & Mary or Hofstra. Coach Speedy Claxton has asked them to look at it. And there's the Patterson 3. Cruz Davis giving it up just in time.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at cu1.com.
We are the official host for the nation's capital. We are all things sports. From captivating culinary to celebrating legends and so much more. We are Events DC.
Let's go bigger, I'm that killer. Coming in hot, make you jump like a thriller.
World-class people delivering world-class events. Events DC.
Click, clack, the sound of disruption. It settles in. Controlled, precise. Click, clack, the sound changes direction. But there's no crash, just separation. And every time you hear it, something ends for you and starts for us. Click, clack. It's no longer just a sound. It's a warning.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. How many moments can you give?
All right, Speedy Claxton challenging the out-of-bounds play. A drive from Brockhoff. Called Tribe ball.
Yeah, Davis touched the ball. Whether it touched Brokoff again or not sure. Get a good look right here.
What do you think? Looks like Cruz first off the hands of Killian Brockhoff.
Is successful. They will retain the timeout.
Successful challenge.
Yes, it was.
Upheld by the crew after checking it out.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Still one more challenge available for Hofstra. They keep the timeout. Works out perfectly in what's been a really good night for the Pride.
Officials have been great about keeping us informed about what's going on, and there's been a lot going on. J.R. Jones trying to keep Cruz Davis from getting the ball, but he's so clever, so talented.
And beat still out. Shows you Hofstra coach can win without Preston to be the Rookie of the Year in the CAA.
Yeah, and they haven't had to do that very much.
Not very often.
I think
4 fouls tonight for him.
I think Ed Mead will be back at about the 5-minute mark. But
Patterson gets hit pretty hard through traffic. Thought he was fouled. No call.
There was certainly physical contact. We'll say that. But there can be contact in basketball without being a foul too.
We have seen plenty of that tonight. Physical game, to be sure. Ottawa 2 inbounds play. Here's Reeves. Beats the buzzer, shot clock cycle. Back iron miss. Joel Emanuel's on the move.
Smart play, low shot clock, got it off just in time.
Emmanuel spot up three, rattles it in.
Emmanuel continues to play really well.
.15 points, 8 rebounds tonight, Joel Emmanuel. Very effective for the Tribe. Well, there's been all Hofstra tonight, really no glimpse of a hope throughout most of this game for William & Mary. Dominant performance so far.
Flashed into the zone.
7 to shoot for Davis.
Hofstra tried to get into the middle of the zone. He was on the dribble to pass. That
Katie
was very effective.
Onowetu. Incredulous that he missed that shot on a really good pass. Joel Emmanuel driving, staggers out of bounds off his leg of the baseline.
You know who's even more incredulous was Speedy Claxton.
As correctly predicted by the coach. Here's Edmead.
I missed it by about a minute. There's the drive. And again, contact, but does it rise to the level of a foul? A lot of tough decisions out there for officials, aren't there?
There have been a few tonight. Pulliam trying to pick up a charge on Davis. Blocking foul, the call on Kyle Pulliam, the senior guard from Silver Spring, Maryland, here in the DMV. A big day, his birthday this year, 16 points. One of the 2 wins for the Pride coach against UNCW. Sweep of the eventual regular season champs.
Sure
Pulliam
did.
was 7 for 8 that day. So a lot of good things to take away from this season. 20 wins for Coach Earl. We asked him about that today. And he said it's a measuring stick for a good year. He'll look at all the things that have happened when the season is over. They're hoping it would get extended at least one more night, but it's not going to happen clearly.
Yeah, it would take something special here, but yeah, you're right. They've had a really good season, and you know they have a reputation now of how they're going to play and style of play, and that's going to attract players. He clearly has already.
Loose change for Lowe, can't click from point-blank range. And the rebound for Patterson takes it away for Hofstra. 30 points tonight for Cruz Davis. On a bounce, gathered, Sunday, up he goes, down it goes with a hammer.
Sunday with the finish and Patterson with the assist. The big guys combined.
Sunday on a Sunday, right? You got to say at least one time.
100%.
Mandatory announcer mention for Silas Sunday.
That's why you're Dave Ryan. There's the fast break the press. We said there'd be opportunities for high percentage shots, and that's about as high percentage as you can get. Silas Sunday.
Emmanuel looking for point 16 of the night. One of those 8 rebounds we told you about. 8 of 11 here tonight for Joel Emmanuel from the line. Hits the second. First appearance, A.J. Wills tonight for Hofstra. Junior from Roanoke, Virginia. And a big lead like this, you can play some guys, don't get a lot of court time in a tighter game. Katie across the timeline. He'll solve the pressure. Edmead will settle things down.
Yeah, Cruz Davis gets one of those rare breaks.
What, he's off the court? I can't believe it.
He can't either, really. But I tell you what, he is full day's work in this evening.
Edmead 5 for 5 tonight for the free throw line for the Pride. Deliberate style, shakes the ball like that. Never seen anyone quite do it that way.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Shoots.
Yeah, it's very unusual. Clearly it works fine for him.
It works just fine. The youngster can't get the second. 1 for 2 Edbeed free throw trip this time around. Haskins for Jones in the corner. It's a 3. Short. Another rebound for Patterson. He's got 10 boards tonight, 8 points. He's been awesome. 5th 30-point game of the year for Davis. And Hofstra's in great shape. That pass saved to Katie. Nice effort from Wills. Keep the possession alive for Hofstra. Edbeed, the handles. Launching over Haskins.
And who else?
This time, who's got it? Patterson, another rebound. Bouncing to Sunday. He fakes, he lays it in.
You know, it's big guys when they get to handle it like that, you know they love it.
11 rebounds for Biggie Patterson tonight. He's been fantastic on the boards. Career best of 15. That came in 2024 against Harvard.
Patterson again coming down with the rebound. Foul on Pulliam, and may have been another foul on Pulliam.
And things get a little rough again. Patterson's complaining. Officials are all over him. He's got 1 technical already. If he gets teed up again, he's ejected. And the officiating crew doing its best here, Mac, to keep things under control. Emotional game for sure.
And again, that falls on the coaches too. Pulliam and Ari said something.
Haskins in the mix. Pulliam said something. Patterson said something back. Clarence Armstrong, Mark Schnorr, and Jamel Spearman. Great crew here tonight trying to keep things in order. It's not been easy. We've seen a lot tonight unfold. And pull him to the bench.
Technical foul here.
Tribe gets teed up. We saw Pulliam chatting.
Okay, we had the initial foul, then we had a technical foul on Pulliam. Then the whistle was blown again, but the official realized that they were trying to calm each other down. They weren't trying to escalate the situation, so there was no second whistle. So we've got the foul, we've got the technical foul, and Hofstra possession of the ball. Well, it'll resume at the point of the initial foul where Patterson got fouled.
With that text, sorry, Mac, Pulliam has fouled out. So his night is over. Been a tough one to be sure.
Yeah, he got the personal and the technical.
Right. If you can have 6 fouls, he has 6 fouls. That's what it says in the stat sheet. So he DQs, 2 points tonight for Kyle Pulliam, playing 21 minutes. And the senior did not want to see his season and career end like this for the Tribe tonight. Preseason honorable mention pick in the CAA. Patterson continues a big night. Double-double tonight for Biggie Patterson. 10 points, 12 boards for Hofstra. Lally handles. On a bounce for Lowe. Joe Emanuel free for 3. Short Sunday, another rebound. 12 boards for Silas Sunday tonight. Wow. He and Patterson have combined for 24 boards, Coach. Dominant on the glass.
Yeah, and that was a big part of it. Offensive glass and the defensive glass, ending William and Mary's possessions and keeping the ball alive for Hofstra, even those extra field goal attempts.
Edbeed floats, back iron, it falls for the freshman. 13 points tonight. Foul trouble, haven't seen a lot of him this evening. When we have, he's been awesome. Hofstra has this steal, Wills on the move. Under 4 to go, Tribe is in control. Look at the score, 34-point lead.
Both of these evening games have surprised me greatly.
Shocking.
Again, not necessarily the winner, but
Right.
how they won.
How they won. Exactly right. Towson demolished Charleston 81-56 in the first night session quarter. Shots too late from Sunday. Shot clock violation leads us to a media timeout. The Pride coach well on its way to the semifinals. Huge lead tonight on William & Mary from DC, 88-54. The Air Force Reserve CAA Men's Basketball Championship is brought to you by Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the CAA. Visit cu1.com to discover better banking for all. And by soldout.com, the official ticket resale marketplace of the CAA. Dave, Matt Griffin, our entire crew here at FloHoops. Thanks for streaming with us again this year. Fourth and final quarterfinal of the day and night here from the CAA. Two night session games have been really one-sided. Towson and Hofstra will meet in the semis here tomorrow night. Haskins a three, way off.
Speedy has emptied that bench. I see the only regular out there appears to be Joshua Ducati. But they're going to take the entire clock. And, of course, Joshua Reeves, who has played extended minutes this evening.
Here's Jaden Roberts, one of those subs. Goes in for the shot, low, strips it away. Back for Wills. 8 to shoot. A.J. Wills hits. Silky smooth jumper for the reserve for Hofstra. Nice looking shot.
If you're a guard at Hofstra, there's a lot of pressure to play well.
Well, you're playing for the guard father.
That's right. That's right. I like
that line is so good.
Guard father.
You've got to use it twice a broadcast.
No,
not just once.
Absolutely.
Not just once.
Absolutely. I'm going to trademark the T-shirts too.
In guards, we trust him. Just awesome. Speedy Claxton, yet another Player of the Year award winner from the greatest guard in Hofstra history, coaching him up. And we asked him about that today. He said player development is such a huge part of our pitch to players like Cruz Davis coming from St. John's and Ed Mead, who's a local kid from Deer Park, Long Island, about 45 minutes from the campus.
Yeah, and he says it's a big part of the recruiting pitch, and it has been effective.
Clearly. Fourth time in 5 years that they've had the Player of the Year all guards. And Estrada won it a couple times. Cruz Davis, Tyler Thomas, All MVPs. Missed their deep shot from Wills, who just canned one a moment ago. And the Tribe will empty the bench as well here, at least bring 4 new players on.
Yeah, most of them are familiar names, though. Yeah, 4 of the last 5. And I don't know, I shouldn't speak this one out loud, but I think 7 out of 19 years or something.
Which is amazing. Lally, one more free throw. Jones will check out. Now Manuel's season will come to an end here. Same for Haskins. He'll take a seat. We'll see Colin Lamine Dow come into the game in a moment. He's out there. Reserve gets some time. Not the way the Tribe wanted the season to end, Coach.
No. And again, I mean, they're taking on a double bye team that is playing awfully good basketball. Winners of 8 of their last 9 after that 5-game losing skid, which included the loss at William & Mary.
Tunda, Wahlberg, Fasasi back in the court. He's a junior out of Sweden. May come back. We'll see for the Tribe next year. In the portal era, anything is possible. Our guys switch teams on a regular basis. Interesting, Speedy Claxton's going to do the best he can to keep Preston Edbeat. It's not going to be easy. A lot of people are going to come calling, knocking on his door after a great freshman season. Missed there for Roberts. Drive to the basket and a foul call in our final moments. Rockoff shoots 2 here for William & Mary.
Tatum Roberts got a piece of that. Rockoff did not have the game that he had the first time, where he was exceptional. Hofstra paid a whole lot more attention to him tonight than they did that evening in Williamsburg.
So here's the list. Ready? Cruz Davis this year. Aaron Estrada won at 22-23. Tyler Thomas won it a couple years ago. Justin Wright Foreman won Player of the Year. Also a guard, huge star at Hofstra twice in 18 and 19. Wanje Green won it as well in 2016. Charles Jenkins in 2010.
Yep.
And 2011. And Lawrence Stokes in 2007. Those are all Players of the Year in their conference at Hofstra. All guards.
I called all of them back to Jenkins.
Man. Talk about incredible tradition. Wills elevates, looking for the hammer late, and is fouled and shoots here for Hofstra. I mean, I doubt any other conference would have anything close to that in terms of one program at one position winning that many Player of the Year awards.
Yeah, can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. And they were all spectacular. Justin Wright Foreman. I don't know how many better college players I've ever seen than Justin Wright Foreman. And quite a few of them have been, multiple of them have been left-handers too.
Yes. Justin Wright Foreman, the lefty. Cruz Davis, a southpaw. Wills hits the free throw. Alex Sinkovich, grad student forward from Belarus, in his 4-stop, getting some playing time here late for Hofstra. About a minute to go here tonight. Rockoff, Wahlberg, Fasasi. Rockoff gets physical, no whistle. There's that shoulder on Wills and lays it in for 2.
Yeah, I think most folks in the building are ready for this one to be over, and apparently the officials were too on that one.
Why call it at this point? Now, this will be one of the most resounding victories Speedy Claxton and his staff will celebrate this year. Wills, left of the paint, can't click from deep. Lacadia handle the rebound. Comes away to Lamine Dodd. Final moment from DC. Rockoff for Frazier. Thinking 3, it's short. Sinkovich handle the rebound. Jackson 10 seconds. And for Frazier, last shot of the game is short. It's out of bounds. There's the horn, there's the game. Lots of emotion Lots of physicality and lots of Hofstra points. 92-61, 30 for Davis tonight to lead the way. 5th time he's 30-plus on the season. Patterson a double-double, Mac, 10 and 12 tonight. Plotnikov had 17 before getting shaken up and 5 boards. Lots of weapons for Hofstra on display tonight.
They really did, but again, the backcourt kind of paced the way. They got good contributions out of Biggie Patterson and Silas Sunday, and Plotnikov got them off to a good start in each of the halves. But Ed Mead and Cruz dictated this basketball game from an offensive perspective, and Hofstra's half-court defense was outstanding.
6-seeded Tribe sees their season come to an end, 20 and 12. They had a 4-game win streak entering play here. And unfortunately for them, that long run, still no NCAA tournament appearances, continues for another year. Updated bracket. So the Final Four here in DC is set. Campbell Monmouth, first game on CBS Sports Network tonight, tomorrow night at 6 Eastern. And then Towson Hofstra, 8:30 Eastern, CBS Sports Network, leading us to the championship game on Monday night to punch a ticket to the NCAA tournament. Cruz Davis, star of the game, joined by Griffin.
Thank you very much. Huge, monumental game, a wire-to-wire victory. How did you and your teammates excel in this atmosphere?
Well, we just had to lock in on defense. We know they're a really good offensive team. They push the fast break really fast, so we just had to get stops on defense and get rebounds and get out in transition.
It was an incredibly physical game. How important was it to really keep those emotions in check and make sure that you came out with the victory?
Yeah, like you said, we just had to stay focused and just worry about the game. We just got to find a way to win.
Today was your 35th time this year that you've had a 30-point game. What has it been like for you this year to, again, elevate your game and take it to the next level?
I mean, it's been good just having my teammates and my coaches having confidence in me. So just them having confidence in me, knowing they believe in me, and just believe in myself and believe in my work. So that's it.
Appreciate the time. We'll see you tomorrow against Towson. Congrats.
Thank you.
Griffin, thanks so much. 14.5 points a game in 32 games last year for Cruz Davis, but he has elevated, Mac, his play and production. Another 30-point game, as Griffin talked about with Cruz Davis, a soft-spoken superstar, to be sure. So for Griffin Della Penna and Mac McCarthy for a final time this year, Coach, been great to work with you as always. It's Dave Ryan saying so long from DC and Care First Arena. 92-61, Hofstra demolishes William & Mary. And the semifinal field is set here at the CAA. Tough night for Brian Earl and William & Mary. The Pride advances to the semis. See him tomorrow night. 6 o'clock Eastern on CBS Sports Network. See you then.